The 49ers linebacker core is the best in the NFL. There was a little bit of debate about that entering the most recent season, 2022. There no longer is debate about that now. Have a look. At the top, you've got two very recognizable names in Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw. Greenlaw coming off of a thumb surgery, should be okay in time for training camp. Obviously, no more Azeez Al-Shire for the 49ers. They lost him in free agency. But Oren Burks made plays for this team in training and the offseason program. Minicamp, he broke up a pass intended for Christian McCaffrey. We all know that covering McCaffrey one-on-one as a linebacker is often a thankless job. We also know that that third linebacker spot is only on the field about 30% of the time. So it's not as important as the first two. And the 49ers have two absolute versatile thumpers at 1 and 2. That's what makes this the best unit in the league. You've got Warner, you've got Greenlaw. If they're healthy, just ask opposing offenses. The 49ers are at the top when it comes to their linebacker position. But then you look further down. Who's going to be that number 3? Well, at least to start training camp, I think we'll see Oren Burks in that role. But just like the tight end position, and there's obviously a video on those guys, I think the 49ers are hoping that at least one of their rookies cracks the code this year. D. Winters, 6th-round pick out of TCU, super instinctive player. It looks like he's blitzing all the time because of all his tackles for loss and 6.5 sacks for the Horned Frogs. Turns out that D. Winters wasn't blitzing. He just has really good instincts. So the 49ers like that. They think it could translate into him being a missile for them at the NFL level. He's a slightly smaller linebacker in the 210s, maybe 220 for D. Winters. Then they have Jalen Graham out of Purdue. This is a bigger linebacker. This guy's out of the Fred Warner mold, 6'3", maybe inching up to 6'4", played a glorified linebacker position that included some defensive back play. They called it the star position at Purdue. So he can cover. And we know the 49ers linebackers can all run. So you look at both of these guys, Winters and Graham, you throw darts up against the wall. If both of them stick, oh boy, you've got some depth. And you know what depth would mean for the 49ers? It'd mean that third linebacker spot would be occupied by a rookie. Oren Burks would make the team as a special teams player, but he wouldn't have to be the third linebacker down the stretch. He might start that way, but the 49ers hope that one of these players, one of these rookies, develops into that role. Obviously, we can't forget Marcelino McCrary-Ball either. He's in his second year now. He impressed on the practice squad last year. He should give the 49ers a chance to improve as well. This all means that somebody like Demetrius Flanagan-Foles, who's a really good special teams player, he's going to have to fight for a roster spot. He's going to have to fend off some of these young players, the rookies. There's also Mariano Sari-Marin, who is more of a Mike linebacker type. And then there's Curtis Robinson, who I view as Demetrius Flanagan-Foles' backup as a special teams linebacker. Either way, there are a lot of quality contributing bodies in this room. And if you want to take the best linebacking core in football and keep it that way, keep it at the top of the league, that's what you have to do. You've got to have the talent, the juice at the top in Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw, and you have to make sure that you have the talent pushing for roles underneath them. And those are the rookies, D. Winters, Jalen Graham, Marcelino McCrary-Ball, second-year man. That kind of group, that's a healthy position room because you've got the stars and you have the up-and-coming prospects.